again and welcome back to Cup of Joe. As always, I'm your host, Jason McNeil. Now today on the show, we're going to discuss the recent developments in the James Forcillo trial. You may remember James Forcillo is the officer that was charged with murder and attempted murder of Sami Yatim, an 18-year-old young man that was shot to death by police in an incident on a Toronto streetcar. We did do a previous video on the incident just explaining everything that happened, so I'm not going to get too much into that. Long story short, he was convicted and we had been waiting for sentencing. He had been convicted of attempted murder. Now, the attempted murder ruling is basically saying that the first 3 shots that he fired were warranted, and legally it was okay to do that. Now, they also ruled that those 3 shots were fatal. So the young man was going to die from those 3 wounds. The second volley of shots, which was 6 more shots fired at the guy, they said was not okay. It was uncalled for. It was excessive. It was excessive use of force. So even though those 6 shots were essentially at a dead body, he was trying to kill that kid. The fact that he had already killed him doesn't weigh into the legal ruling. It's very, to me, kind of confusing as a civilian. What I will say is, after hearing the judge give his ruling during the sentencing, I kind of understood it a little bit more. The way I would see it is, it's like saying, as an officer, you're legally authorized to try and incapacitate someone who's a threat coming at you or whatever. So you shoot, bang, 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 3 shots to incapacitate him. The second volley of shots, when he was on the floor, he's trying to sit up, or Forcillo says Sami Yatim sat up, but he didn't on the video. Second volley of shots makes it clear that incapacitating him wasn't enough for you as an officer, because he is incapacitated. You were trying to kill him, so it's attempted murder, right? Now, before the judge actually spelled it all out, it was just very confusing to me. I was like, it doesn't make sense. How do you get accused of attempting to murder someone that you've already killed? You know, it sounds like, oh, look, the cop's getting off easy or whatever. I don't know. But again, the way the judge described it, this is now how I see it. I kind of understand, okay, you as an officer are authorized, you have a certain amount of leeway, you overstepped it and you wanted to kill this person. Because you wouldn't have felt safe, or you wouldn't have felt unthreatened, or you wouldn't have felt the situation was done until he was not moving. And you're not a 5th grader in a schoolyard making threats, you're a guy with a gun and a badge, and you can't do that. So anyway, the sentencing came up, and I was wrong. I didn't think they would give him time. They gave him 6 years. The officer got 6 years. Now, some people would say it's still not long enough. He should have been charged with murder. He should have been convicted of murder or whatever. All I can say is that in the world we live in now, me looking at the situation and seeing a police officer convicted and sentenced to 6 years, the mandatory minimum is 5 years. He got 6, so even more than the minimum. That tells me that we are holding people to account. I don't know if I think he should have been longer or less or what, but to me, it's just a positive sign that the justice system is working to some degree. And that just because you have the badge and just because you have this sort of bravado, it doesn't mean you can just shoot people. You know what I mean? You really have to, this has to be a last resort. So like I said, if you're that bad at decision making, it's criminal. He was going to go to jail for 6 years. Problem is, the roller coaster continues. Next day, bail. So now he gets bail because he's appealing the sentence, and so essentially he's appealing the sentence, the conviction, whatever. So his bail hearing might not be for 8 months, 9 months, 10 months. Who knows, right? It's a slow process. So now he's out still free. Now, he is no longer suspended with pay. He's now suspended without pay, right? Now, to me, I don't understand why you're not fired. Fired by now. That should be pretty obvious, right? Even if you weren't going to jail, right? I don't even know why we had to wait for the sentencing to come out, because you did something that means you should not be a police officer. Even if you're innocent of murder or whatever, you shouldn't be a police officer anymore. That doesn't seem to be where the police association is going with it, right? So that concerns me. My other concern is that the appeal itself, the facts aren't going to change, right? Nothing is going to change except what this judge thinks of a police officer going to jail. And I don't know that should change at all from justice to justice, right? From judge to judge. So I don't know. We'll wait. We'll see. I'm far more optimistic now that justice will be served and that he will do time. But, you know, who knows? It's 8 months down the road. We will be watching, though. Cup of Joe will be on it, folks. So we'll keep an eye on it, and we will keep you posted and let you know exactly what happens, because this is a very big deal. I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about it. It's cupofjoecanada.com. You can always hit me on Twitter at cupofjoecanada, or feel free to subscribe to the page and leave a comment. Let us know what you think.